Okay. I'm looking for the lid to the Sara Lee. Oh, I left it over there. Okay, so for recording purposes and time purposes, while this is cooking, I'm going to move on to the dessert. I buy H-E-B pound cake original. There's some that's buttered, but of course butter means more calories and probably saturated fats. So I buy just original, ready to eat frozen pound cake. If we take this off, put that here. It's just a loaf of pound cake, and you go in there and you cut it. So it is frozen. This one is frozen. You can buy pound cake, I guess, at the bakery where it's nice and fresh. But if you want to store it away, like this one is just as good. It's really moist. So I'm gonna make strawberry shortcake. Super simple. One little thing I do add is this Concord food glaze. It's this one is sugar free. If you want to add a little, it is sugar free for your diabetics. But I'm going to add just a drizzle, so I'm going to cut a piece off the bag, just a tiny little corner. And so this one is super easy, super simple, and it's great with coffee. And what I really like about this is that it's very, very low in sugar, practically sugar-free, because the only sugar you actually have is, according to your pound cake, it's 7 grams of sugar, and this is why I buy the H-E-B. 7 grams of sugar, and so you don't. The Ready Whip has 0. Where is it? It has 0 added sugars. 0 meaning because it's less than 1%. So this is super easy. So the only sugars you have is if you use the glaze that's not sugar free, because they do sell regular glaze. But I usually don't use it, but I'm going to use it for this recording purposes. So you get regular fresh strawberries, slice them up. I don't dice them because we like strawberries. Oops. The rice is just about done. Once it evaporates the water and all you have is just like little bubbles in between the grains of rice, I give it a quick stir. Spread it out again. I turn off the heat, and that's it. It's cooking. Everything is turned off on the stove. So, on the beans, come to find out my family made them over the weekend because we made some chalupas, and so we ate the beans. So we're not going to have, Rico, be careful. We're not going to have the fresh cooked beans, but that's okay. We have the main dish, which is carne guisada. We have one side dish, which is rice, and we have our dessert, which was part of our rubric. But I just wanted to add a little extra. I like to keep these little heads with the greenery. If you can see it here. Rico, be careful. Be careful, Anthony. Like such, because when you decorate or like dress your pound cake, it looks really pretty. Especially when you have company like on a Sunday afternoon and you make a quick dessert like this. My mother is a diabetic, which is why I'm a little more nutritious conscious. So your serving size would be a 1-inch width and of pound cake. So you kind of lay it out like this. You cut it out of your package. What we like to do, and you can fix it any layer you want, but we like to do this to make sure that the strawberries are held in the pound cake so they don't fall out. Thank you, Anthony. They don't fall out. So typically, if you go to the restaurant, like I said, Jason's Deli, you kind of just dress it this way, which I do. And you can make a little barrier around, like Anthony likes to do, so the strawberries don't come out. But for this class, I'd like to do it something like this. Super simple. And then you take your glaze, and you can start on one end. Don't put a whole lot. You don't want to overpower the flavor, but it does look pretty. It does look pretty. And so, it doesn't have a certain pattern. It's just something to have fun with. And that's it, nothing more. And then you want to add your strawberries anywhere you want. No certain pattern. It's just so you have strawberries in your shortcake. Now, when my mom comes and we add a little bit of extra down here because she likes this stuff and it looks pretty. So we just add strawberries around. I'll show you another one that we make. Then I kind of add this like such. And so that's your dessert. Very, very low sugar-free, almost practically sugar-free. But this is the strawberry shortcake that I made. Like you see right here, it's 1 inch. Anthony, stop moving around, please. The 1 inch right here of your pound cake, whipped cream, fresh strawberries, sugar-free glaze, or no glaze, because I don't always use it, but I did it for this purpose. And so we add just a little like this. I'll show you another way that we prepare this really quick, just for purposes of this class, is this. It's just layered. This would be like your single serving, maybe for your diabetic patient, 0 free. So I'll set this one aside back here. Now what we like to do, which kind of explains why we need to watch our weight, we kind of double deck it. It's a double layer. So let me take out the other. We get 2, like such. And so here we go. The double layer is like the 2 serving. Not a good idea, but it tastes delicious. So you get it. This is what we do, so we don't pump. We whip cream it. We'll add strawberries. Now here you could, and I'll show you, just dice up your strawberries if you want them bite size and add them, but push them into your whipped cream. Here, I'll take this one and dice it up a little bit. Push it into your whipped cream so it doesn't slip out to the sides like that. I'll do another one and take this big one out so you can see that difference. And cut it up, dice it, and stick it in there. Just nice and pretty. The more strawberries, the better for us. But I'll add a little bit of glaze just for a little flavor and fun. Not a whole lot because it kind of overpowers your fresh strawberry. This is what we do. A double decker. Add another one. Nice and pretty. This one we just add that one big. Okay. Now this one, yeah, I kind of do cut up the strawberries in long, nice long. There we go. And I kind of decorate it in there, and I have fun with it. We make this a lot, especially on Sundays, Sunday afternoon, when my mother comes over or company. Lately, we just don't have company. Can't find the time to entertain. And so, something like this, and then this is where I save these little toppers and add it in like a little hat. Just like that. And so, here you have your, I'm sorry, Anthony, I can't see, baby. Here you have your single serving, which is typically what we should be eating. And then sometimes when we've been good all week long and we want an extra treat on the weekend, I kind of go with a double-decker pound cake. Still pretty sugar-free, but this would be your typical size that you want to stick with. And of course, I make coffee, no sugar, very little cream, so no need for sugar. This is what we have. So for recording purposes, let me see myself. For compliance in the class and for our rubric, Dr. Banu, I've made carne guisada, culture and traditional food for us. I made some rice, some Mexican rice on the side, and then we'll be eating that with water. We've been doing really good, Anthony and I, so our dinners are no more sodas, no more milk. Well, sometimes maybe milk. But we stick to water or Crystal Lights flavored water packets. And then for dessert, on a weekday we don't typically have dessert. But on the weekends, these would be our desserts. This is pretty traditional on Sundays at my house. And pick it up a little bit, Anthony. From my house to yours, happy eatings. Thank you, Dr. Benu. Bye bye.